Welcome to the webinar. You have entered as an organizer and may now speak to any other organizers or panelists on the line. When you are ready to begin the presentation, press the Start Broadcast button on the GoToWebinar control panel to allow all attendees to hear you. This system will notify you once you begin your broadcast.
All right, guys, let me know you can hear me okay. I got caught out completely. I thought that I had changed this over to Monday, but what happens, from what I understand anyway, is that
The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right, guys, let me know you can hear me okay. I got caught out completely. What happens sometimes, from what I understand, if I'm logged in to go to webinar in more than one computer, it doesn't always update. And this has caused a lot of problems recently because I'm usually logged in just to update for webinars because we do so many of them. So I got completely caught out. But we can do something. We can do some kind of session here. Right. Okay. So Rui, thanks for letting me know. The other day we did the webinar for the RankAttack SEO system. Okay. What I did after that is I took this information I've got here, which are just basically bullet points, which I can give you anyway because this is what's on the blog. What I did is basically built those bullet points into an article, and it's quite a long, significant article that we got on here. And if I just refresh the page, I can give you the link to that blog post. What I can do is I can go through it with you just so that you understand fully everything that we want to cover for the best practices for VidAttack Alpha. And then after we have done this webinar, I need to set it up for tap vids with the webinar we got with Hugh Hitchcock tonight. Tonight being Monday here, so Monday night. So let me just put this link in here for the Google Doc, which is a bullet point version of, wow, that shouldn't even be there either. Okay, so that's a bullet point version of this article, okay? Now you will notice in this article, basically we have built up to give you a whole bunch of information on every sort of aspect of doing a VidAttack Alpha campaign. And this is taken from start to finish, from creating your blog post and what we need to be taken care of as far as the blog post things, going into the VidAttack Alpha campaigns, and then taking it further again for things like the first tier backlinks, for second tier backlinks, and for your second VidAttack Alpha campaigns. And this is really done from testing. Hold on a second. Stephanie, I'm on a webinar right now. Okay, I'll talk to you later. I'm on a webinar, okay? Okay, sorry about that. All right, so wait a minute, I'll just give you this. That kind of threw me again now. Right, so there's the blog post. So basically, let's just go through this. Let's do it with the bullet points because it's so much easier to work with, okay? Now, some people you got offered last time to get some free campaigns for the RankAttack SEO service. Stephanie is working on that form to be able to take the information needed, and she's working on that right now. I had to take 2 days away. I had some things that I really needed to take care of here. So I took 2 days away, so there's been a delay in putting that form up. What she is doing, she's going to put the form up. She will put it into that Skype group that we created for the RankAttack SEO service, and basically we will get those, I think it was about 5 or 6, maybe even 7 people gave some campaigns that they want to have a test run with. So we're going to use that to teach the staff how to do it, okay? So we can get started on those as soon as she has given you the forms and you have filled in the details, and that will be able to sort of let us iron out any issues, any problems, any questions that the team might have on situations as they kind of arise, okay? So anyway, let's cover some of the basic stuff here, okay? So if we look at what VidAttack Alpha is very, very good for, that we know for sure, so far is that we can rank web pages with video views, okay? We can rank web pages with relevancy CTR clicks, okay? So those relevancy CTR clicks are always done for a specific keywords, and those are the keywords that you're going to be ranking your web page for by the time the campaign has run its course. Even if it's if it takes up to 3 VidAttack Alpha campaigns, which is, you know, going to be necessary sometimes if it's a really competitive keyword. We need to do some other stuff as well, which we will go through in a few minutes, okay? So whatever keywords you really want your web page to rank for, what you need to do is you need to make sure that you have got those keywords within your title, okay? You really need to have your main keyword within your title. It's just basic on-page SEO anyway. If you look at any plugins like Yoast or whatever, then you really need to have those in there. Failing that, then definitely have it in your YouTube video URL, not URL, your YouTube video title, okay? If you got it in both, it's going to help you to rank faster for that particular keyword, okay? If you only put it in one, then make sure it's in your video one so that it can find the video with that when it's searching in Google and YouTube, etc. Okay, let's see. Okay, you're not seeing the screen? Can you see it now? Okay, my apologies. Right, so basically I'm just going through this. Okay, so what I'm saying is that, let me just put some stuff in here just to make sure that we're sort of all getting this. I'll put this in capital letters, okay? Okay, so we are increasing web page rankings with video views, okay? Sounds strange. You can never imagine that happening a few years ago, but it's real, it's true. We've proved it many, many times, okay? To do this properly, you need to make sure that you have main keyword in title of your blog post and video. Failing that, at least on video. Okay. This is just from the SEO side. I put some other stuff in here, you know, for on-page SEO stuff, which we will do a completely separate webinar probably sometime next week. When we have to look at things like the internal linking, there's so many ways that you can do internal linking. You can do it via images, you can do it via tools like WP Set Field if you want to do it like that, or you can do it sort of contextual, or you can do it with sort of inline related posts within your article, or you can do it with related posts just at the bottom of your article, which is not actually part of the context within the article. There's multiple ways that we can do internal linking. Okay, so that itself could be a whole webinar, just the internal linking stuff. So what we will do is we'll do an on-page SEO webinar next week, and that allows me to go after a keyword that I used to rank on page 1 for until I screwed it up by adding a lot of too much content. I added too much content and I lost my rankings, and I was page 1 for on-page SEO, which kind of upset me because I couldn't bring myself to delete what I just added because there was so much time and effort put into it. But we can redo it and redirect that page, and we can run VidAttack Alpha on that page, and we can do a really, really nice modern version of the on-page SEO stuff. So what I want to do with this session is just go through the SEO aspects of using VidAttack Alpha, what we need to consider with the landing page stuff, and not so much the on-page SEO stuff and the external linking and stuff like that as well. Okay, so that's what we need to focus on first. Landing page. Make sure that the title has your main keyword and that your URL would have the same keyword as well. So if I've got a URL like anthonyhayes.me / on-page SEO for 2018, probably if my main keyword is on-page SEO, then all I want to have is / on-page SEO. I wouldn't even put the date in there, okay? Just make sure that your main keyword is within the URL as well, okay? And try and keep your URL short. You've really got to make it short. That's, you know, it's been tested by the geeks, as I call them, people like Backlink or people like Moz and all the geeky guys, they like to do all this kind of testing, then they like to go into social media to show how clever they are. The good thing about that for us is that they do all the hard work and we can just pick the fruits of their hard work, and we can use it within tools that we've got. Either grey hat, black hat, white hat, doesn't matter. As long as we know what is needed, then we can take that information and we can implement it, we can apply it, we can get that kind of result. So the YouTube video, okay, so this is the key part to be able to rank the web page. And if you don't want to rank a web page, you just want to rank the video, then do not put any links in the description to begin with, okay? It's okay later after your campaign has finished to go and put your links in there if you want to link to something else. But whatever you link to from that YouTube video is going to start ranking from the video views and the CTR clicks, okay? That's why I tell people to put just one link in description that goes to your blog post, to your landing page. So whether it's a sales page, whether it's a blog post, whatever it might be, that is going to start ranking for that particular keyword. What you do not want to use it for is like affiliate links. What you could use it for if you were doing some kind of affiliate promotion is to have like a bridge page on your blog or on a website where you are basically doing something like a review perhaps. So if I was going to do for the Tab Vids webinar on Monday night, if I'm going to do a replay of that, I will have my affiliate link in there, okay? And then it makes perfect sense that I want to rank my webpage for keywords surrounding Hugh's Tab Vids product, okay? But if I link directly to his page, then all it's going to do with my affiliate link, if I link directly to his sales page, all that's going to do is make his sales page rank in the search engines, but it won't have my affiliate link in there when it's ranking. Okay, so we need to create a bridge page. You need to understand what the goal of your content is, and if you've got the goal in mind that you want to achieve, then you have to work around the limitations that we got. Now, VidAttack Alpha is really, really powerful, but we got to understand how it works, and we got to understand it does have limitations. Those limitations are, it will only get you rankings for the keywords that you're doing the CTR clicks for. Okay, it cannot go and get you rankings for multiple keywords that you're not using. But at the same time, that's a major, major opportunity because we can run this as many times as we want. We've got unlimited usage of it. It's not like it's a service that charges you per minute for video watching, or it charges you credits for every single view that it does. You've got completely unlimited, so you can build it up with a whole bunch of keywords that you want to go ranking for. But when we get into the on-page SEO stuff, I will show you how we can do that a lot faster and how we can help that along. But for now, the whole strategy will work according to only the keywords that you put into your search, okay? It cannot possibly rank for anything else apart from those keywords that it's going to be clicking through on, okay? So that is the limitation that we've got, the main limitation that we got. But at the same time, we are not limited by how many campaigns and how many keywords we can put in, okay? The only thing is that we've got to be able to find those keywords in the search engines. So it's always better to start your campaign with the full title of your video. This is what I normally do. So if my video, for example, is, let's just make one up. Okay, let's change it. So if that's my title, okay, then what I want to do is I want to use that whole title so that I can start to get those initial views. What that will do is it will start to increase the rankings for parts of this title. So if I have another keyword that I want to add, I'm going to take it exactly from the title. It's got to be in the title already. So I would do something like this, okay? And I would have keywords like this, and all of those words are in the title, okay? So that's just an example. By getting those initial views to the first campaign, which should have your full title in there, it will start to move up for these as well, okay? That's how we can always be guaranteed that we're going to be found on YouTube for your content, okay, because we're using the full title to begin with. And that means we've got to be found somewhere in the first 100 pages. I mean, it's just go, you know, it'd be really unusual if you were not, okay? So by using that full title, then we will start to see a little bit of movement for these as well. Not major movement, but it will be something, okay? And that means that we can always be found even with a brand new piece of content, okay? Now, when we start to get into the second and third campaigns with VidAttack Alpha, we can start to get into the really sort of more competitive keywords, okay? So I might want to do in my second campaign something like this. I'll just bring this down so we can see it properly. So I might want to start going for keywords like this one, how to do on-page SEO, for example. Let's put this in a highlight. Okay, maybe I want to do something like this. When we get into the more and more competitive keywords that have got more traffic. So we just have to bring it down after starting that initial campaign with the longer tail keywords. But always make sure as well that all the tags that you're going to use are coming from that title, okay? Those words should be within your title, and they should also be within your description, okay? That will help it quite a lot. So if you're going to make sure that you have got all of these words in here within your title, then it's going to be hard not to find your content, even if it's on page 40 or page 50, okay? That means that we can go and find that content, even if it is you know, for the shorter tail, for the more competitive keywords, even if it is on page 40, the tool will find it. And then once it starts to get those views, and it doesn't take that many views, you start to see that you're ranking on page 4 or page 3, and then you start to sort of boost your campaign a little bit more with extra views once it starts to move, okay? Now, the main thing about this as well is that how do we maintain rankings, okay? So what we need to do when we're maintaining rankings is we want to, when the campaigns are finished, you want to log into the VidAttack Alpha tool. Let me just open it up here because I haven't got it open. And you want to extend your existing campaign with the shorter tail keywords and the longer tail keywords included, all of it included. And what you want to do is just extend the numbers. Okay, so let's go and take this one here. So you can see I've done 80 views. That one is on page 1. It's on number 1 the last time I checked. And what I would want to do here is take all the previous keywords that I had, okay, and I would put them all in here. I would increase the view count, and this time I would be using the drip feed, and I would make the drip feed probably over something like 60 days, okay, even more. And just make sure that you calculate enough views so that you can get at least, you know, 4 or 5 views each week with all the keywords that you put in. Okay, if you can do that, that's going to help you maintain your rankings, because what happens is that when you get real traffic coming in to the search pages from Google search, for example, they are going to start looking at results and clicking through as they normally would. We have manipulated the situation with VidAttack Alpha so that we get a very, very high percentage of CTR happening from the search engines, those click-throughs happening from the search engines, okay? When real traffic comes, that's not going to happen. It will be really, really dependent on what your competition is, what your what your headline is, and you know, so many other factors. So you need to make sure that you've got a really, really, really good, compelling headline. Okay, a headline that has curiosity in it, that makes them want to click through, that has a promise of providing a solution to a problem maybe, or it could be a sort of limited time offer, it could be some kind of scarcity that will get the click, okay? That's really important. Second thing is you need to make sure your content is good enough that people won't bounce off, because that just reverses everything that VidAttack Alpha does. Okay, if we have real people, real traffic, once you have the rankings, you've got the traffic coming from those keywords. If the real traffic that's coming starts bouncing off, it's doing the opposite from what VidAttack Alpha does. So it's not going to be a situation where, oh yeah, VidAttack Alpha works, but then you lose your rankings after 2 weeks. That is completely under your control. Okay, It depends on the quality of your headlines and your description that's going to appear in the search results, and it depends on the quality of your content. Okay, VidAttack Alpha just takes care of the technical thing that Google has in its algorithm, like CTR clicks. High percentage of CTR clicks, I'm going to move that piece of content up. Okay, high retention viewing on the video, I'm going to move that content up. But if the content isn't that good and then real traffic comes and it bounces off immediately, then you've just reversed everything that VidAttack Alpha has done. So you need to, you've got to take control, you've got to take ownership of that content on those headlines and make the best you can out of it, okay? And there's multiple ways you can do that. There's all kinds of formulas, and I put one inside that blog post, how you can create headlines really quick without thinking too much, so that you can more or less guarantee that you have got a decent quality headline that people will want to click through on. And all you need to do for the description is just expand upon that. But if we can get that part right, then when the real traffic comes, it's not if it comes, it's when it comes, okay? Because it just plain works, okay? We've seen it multiple times. So when that traffic comes, then you can maintain a high percentage of the CTR and the content viewing, okay? If we cannot do that, then we just reverse everything that we have done, okay? So that's a really, really, really important thing, and that's the most important things you need to know about the YouTube video, okay? So one link in description to begin with. And when you're doing your sort of maintenance views over 30 days or 60 days, it's okay at that point to go and add other links within the video, okay? So if you want to put links to your social profiles, for example, yeah, you can do that. But wait until you have finished your main campaigns and you've got rankings, and then go and add those in. Because when we're doing the views to get the rankings, we need to get there in the shortest possible time. And the more links you've got in there, the harder that's going to be, okay? Or the longer it's going to take. It's not harder, just longer to get there, okay? So put one link in description until you do maintenance views. Let me just tidy that up there. Okay, and maintenance views, do it over 60 days, I would say. Now, with the views, with the CTR clicks, I kind of try to do some research on how many clicks is sort of realistic for a piece of content, and there's actually a very, very high percentage of Google searches that result in no clicks whatsoever, okay? Kind of surprising, because I never do that. I always click on something. But according to what I was viewing, I can't remember what website, it was probably one of the geeky websites like Moz or SEMrush or one of those kind of geeky places. But there's a really high percentage of Google searches that do not get any clicks. They will look and not find something that they're looking for, and they will just not click on anything, okay? So by getting about 4 or 5 views per week on multiple keywords each, 4 or 5 views each, and if we can stretch out over 60 days, that should be enough to maintain your rankings. But obviously we haven't had time to go and test that. It's the theory. I can't see why it would not work. But if we're getting those 4 or 5 views, then it's going to still give us a pretty decent average, even with the real traffic included that comes with ranking on page 1 for competitive keywords, okay? Just by getting those 4 or 5 views, it kind of just reinforces what you've already done, okay? So being able to do that is really, really hugely important. But to do this properly, you really ideally need to have a VPS, whether it's the one from Gary and Patrick or whether you're using Contabo, it doesn't matter. Whatever one works is better. Just make sure it's happening so that you can run those campaigns multiple times. Now, one thing I'm not too enthused about is this sort of design of the campaigns. It looks good, but I think we need an extra section in here so that when we have all of these, that we can see them in a better way. Maybe there's another way that we can build something into the UI so that you can go and find your content properly. But what what Gunpowder has done is he's added this search box. So if you've got multiple campaigns, which probably a lot of people have by now, you can just go and search by the keyword up here and it will find it, okay? Now I've got this on multiple computers at home, plus I've got it onto VPS, and I have it running on the other computers all the time because I've just set it up for views over a long period of time, okay? Those will just maintain everything that I have done with the initial campaigns. When I have finished an initial campaign, I put it onto two main computers downstairs that I don't use for anything else whatsoever. But if you've got VPS, you can do it with VPS as well. So that you just take that campaign, you export it, then you can import it into another computer or a VPS, and you can just extend the amount of views over how many days and include all the keywords that you've used in your campaigns to date, okay? If you can do that, then it's going to help you a lot, okay? Let's see if we've got questions. Have I looked at Google sites for link building? Fred Gillen asked and then he left. This is actually about RankAttack Alpha. We will be adding Google sites into a tool hopefully this week, but we've got some other stuff that we're trying to get done as well. I need to talk to Gunpowder when he can do that. Google sites, from what I noticed, mainly from doing the Amazon stuff with Traffic Scat Alpha, is that they do rank pretty well, but I think they should be used for backlinking. Okay, I don't think they should be used as the sort of main content that you want to rank. I think you want to get backlinks from them to your main content. Okay, we are going to add it into a tool this week. I'm just not sure how soon. I've asked for it 3 or 4 times, but there's always been something else that came up that we needed to get fixed first. With the existing tools, that's the problem when we've got so many tools, is, you know, a lot of maintenance on those tools. It's non-stop, especially with account creators. All right, now second tier links. Okay, we got different ways that we can do this now. Okay, let's see. So if I do it like this, okay, the first way is my favorite way, video sharing site links to YouTube video. Okay, this works really well, really well. Okay, if you've got some kind of keywords like for Amazon or for AdSense or something like that, you might find that that's all you need. Okay, I've seen this multiple times as well, that it's all I needed. But if we want to boost it even more, there's other things that we can do as well. Now, the good thing is that using tools like Video Send Alpha or even Traffic Scat Alpha, where we have got video sharing sites within that particular tool, we can go and create, you know, with the click of a button, as many profiles as you want, according to how many proxies you got and how many captures you got. Okay, I have about, I think it was about 459 accounts created from this machine, plus I've got a whole bunch more from downstairs that I need to export so I can put it into the other tools as well. Okay, all I do is I create a video using a tool like either Clipman, or if you've got Vidilligence, or if you've got Predictive, those very easy video creation tools that create those 30-second videos. Okay, those are good enough, and I just use the same video again and again for all those 300 plus links. But what you can do if you're using something like the Clipman web app, you can create 3 videos. Okay, you can create 3 videos each time you create a video within a campaign within that particular web app, Clickman web app. You can create 3 videos, which basically is just changing the animations. It's going to be the same images, it's going to be the same text, but they change it ever so slightly. So you could create 3 videos, which means you can go and create 3 campaigns. Now, this is really good if you've got a very competitive keyword. Okay, so you can have 3 different videos going to 300 plus links or 400 links, however many you want, from video sharing sites, linking into that YouTube video. Okay. The other way that we can do this as well is have more than one YouTube video. Okay, but the YouTube video does need to be decent quality, otherwise people are going to bounce off it. We kind of agreed on that, yeah. So by being able to create within that Clickman web app 3 videos from the same campaign, it gives us 3 different campaigns that we can use if we need it, okay? Sometimes you just don't need it. It's okay just to run it and get your 300 video sharing site links to YouTube. You will find that helps you to rank both the video and the web page, because what normally will happen is the video will disappear and the web page comes up with those video views. So I was trying to figure out, how do we get both to stay on page 1? This is how I did it, okay? The other way that we can do it is by press releases. Okay, one piece of content again we can use, and we can go and get I think 200 plus links we can get with mass media. Once we get added in this 3rd distribution today, that might be even higher. I won't know until we can actually go and see once we start posting some press releases. Okay, so press release from mass media linking into the YouTube video, okay, it's going to increase the referring domains to the YouTube video. It's going to get a whole bunch of links going through it. It should work, in theory, the same way as what the video sharing sites do, okay? Which is, you know, just really stupidly simple. There's only one piece of content and one campaign needed to build those links. The same as with the Clipman video. One video that you create, you can have 3 variations of it. You can tell it within the settings to create three videos for you when you're creating that one, okay? And that gives you those multiple options. And what we can do then, if you've got a really competitive keyword, is use both. Okay, and that way we're keeping it really stupid, okay? Really stupidly simple, okay? So we're using the KISS system, keeping it stupidly simple, with stuff that we can do fast so that we can move forward really, really quickly, okay? You can get into all kinds of crazy backlinking stuff if you choose and if you want to. There's a whole bunch of people teaching stuff that might work, might be the latest, greatest tactic that you can find being taught today. But how simple is it? Can you scale it? How fast can you do it? That's what interests me, okay? And as long as that interests me and I can find a solution to that with the tools that we've already got, then I'm really happy. And we have got the tools for the video sharing site. We have got the tools for the press releases. And we can combine both if we really need to on competitive campaigns, okay? So for example, if I've got a keyword I really want to rank for, so if I wanted to go and rank for on-page SEO, for example, and I've got really big competition in the SEO niche, what am I going to do? Probably I'm going to do more than one YouTube video. Probably I'll do a series of YouTube videos, maybe 4 or 5, okay, about different aspects of on-page SEO. I might do one for internal linking strategies, for external linking strategies, for 301 redirects, all kinds of stuff that you can do within on-page SEO within your own website, okay? And I might have, 4 or 5 of those videos all linking to the same blog post, which is about on-page SEO. Then I'll be running those campaigns. That would give me 5 campaigns I would be running to get that really competitive keyword ranking. And we have to do that with competitive keywords. We have to. There's no choice. Look at your competition there for those kind of keywords. You've got the top SEO guys there, so you've got to be willing to put a little bit of work into it. And if you can put the work into it and you can do it strategically, it can still be really fast and easy to do. Okay, so by using the stuff that we've already got, like the mass media SEO press releases, like the video sharing site links, and probably there's a bunch of other stuff I haven't even looked at yet within the alpha tools that we can use, then that's going to make it a lot easier and not as hard to get onto page 1 is what those guys are finding to get onto page 1, okay? Because what they do is they create this epic content, they go and create those infographics, and then they go and do all kinds of crazy stuff so that they can get that page 1 ranking, so they've got those bragging rights. And that's really what it's about a lot of the time for those guys. If we can go and take them with something so stupidly simple as what we're doing here and with automation, then that kind of evens the playing field, because if you do not want to do the type of promotion efforts that these guys do, then this is the way to do it, okay? There's no better way to do it that I can see, that I can understand. Whether you want to go for the craziest, latest, greatest SEO tactics using all kinds of contortions to be able to get things linking to each other and move this over here, then copy that over there, then jump over there and do this, up to you. I'm keeping it simple with the tools we've got so that we can do it fast and we can keep moving forward for more keywords. Okay. To me, what matters is how fast, how easy we can do it. And it's always been like that. So those are the main things that we need to consider for the second tier. And I will probably add more options to this. In fact, I know that I will, but I don't want to mention them right now because I'm going to keep them quiet until we got things done within tools or building new tools or whatever, just so that when it does come out, nobody else has done it before us. Okay. The first tier links. Okay. What we need to do here, the first tier links, if you want to keep it really simple, again, really, really simple, get a very high quality press release. Now, we have been connecting with people that can do stuff for us, okay, that already have existing services doing the kind of stuff that I want done. The only difference is, because I'm offering to buy in bulk or bulk order, we're getting a better price or a better service for the same price. Okay, sometimes they will say, no, I don't want to drop my price. And I will say, well, can you give me some extra stuff in the campaign? And then they will agree, okay, because we're doing a bulk order. So all of this is going to be within this RankAttack SEO service that we will start up, okay. Things like high quality press releases, that is going to be things like Newswire press releases or Press Advantage or maybe SkyRanker, whatever services those guys are using. I don't know what services they're using right now. They will not tell me. I don't care, as long as it's going to be really high quality, okay. Those kind of press releases you can link to your blog post, okay. They've got a higher authority in the websites that they're sending to. So that makes perfect sense to be able to go and get things ranking for those particular keywords. Now, I did find the other day, let's see how to rank for competitive keywords, I think it was. I started to lose rankings for this particular keyword phrase. I was on page 1. I even put it on the sales page. And then I started losing the rankings. And then I did a press release. And there we go, number 6. Okay. You can see that as a real-time search. That was actually dropping between page 2 and page 3 at one point. And then I did the press release and back into page 1. Okay. He did the press release. I did not write it. I just gave him money. And within 4 or 5 days, the work is done and I'm back on page 1. Now that's going to be harder to remove. Why? Because of the number of referring domains. Okay, so I shared a link on the Skype group earlier, and that link was, to a case study done by Brian Dean and some other people about the number 1 correlation factor for rankings from analyzing 1 million Google search results. Okay, and the number 1 thing that they found was the number of referring domains. That's exactly what that strategy does, and there is the proof. Okay, I had lost my rankings from the VideoTech Alpha stuff because I put no maintenance on it whatsoever, and one press release, which I paid a few dollars for, I didn't even have to write, puts me back in there. Now I can go and increase that again by doing more VideoTech Alpha CTR clicks, and that will push that back up again, into the top 5 at least. But you can see how effective that is. There's nothing difficult, nothing complicated about this. It's just, keeping things really, really simple, doing the things that we know that is working, instead of trying to make some shit up, which is basically what a lot of people are doing. They're making shit up. And it might work after they've done all the contortions, but hey, that's not the way that we need to do SEO. We can do it so much easier than that, okay? So the first tier, press release, very, very, very important so that we can get those referring domain links, okay? Really important. Another one that I've noticed is medium.com, okay? And I've noticed this because Ryan Stewart at WordPress. Often when you see Ryan is ranking for competitive keywords in the SEO Nation, I found it from the keywords that I've been ranking for using VideoTech Alpha, you will see that he has also got a link he's also got content on medium.com, okay? You will see that he has also got that medium.com content is often on page 1 or page 2, and it's linking to his main blog post that he wants to rank. What he's doing there, what Ryan is doing there, is he knows that medium.com has got a lot of leverage. He can get it into page 1, even if it's temporarily, okay? And he knows that by getting a link from another page one piece of content for a competitive keyword is going to boost him up the rankings for his main content. Okay. Once he has got that link, it's going to boost it up because it's coming from another page one piece of content for the same competitive keyword. And you will see him do that again and again and again. So it's something that I will look at how we can add it into maybe one of the alpha tools. Whether we can go and create accounts on it, I don't know. Okay, but that does work. I've seen it happen multiple times, and from the same guy every single time. Okay, PBN links, if you have been bothered enough to go and create some PBNs, you can use them as long as they're really high quality. And if you want to know how to go and get really good domains, and have a look on the blog. Okay, on the blog you will find, I did a post, it was a webinar replay about how to find domains, spam-free domains, and you won't find that many really good ones, and you won't find them with specific services that I actually did a comparison on. Where you will find them is using something like Domain Hunter-Gatherer. Okay, there's other ones out there that are not going to be as effective, and we did a comparison somewhere on the blog. I think it was this one. Yeah, I'll put this link in here about expired domains and 301 redirects. Okay, so let's put that there. If you want to know how to find really good domains, that's how to do it. Step by step, you can see me do it live there. Okay. You can also do that with 301s. But with the 301s, as I mentioned the other day when we did the webinar, if you want to do 301s, then what you want to do is do a 301 to category page. Okay. So if you want to use 301s, why do we do that to category pages? Because you can't really get away with too many 301s. You just cannot get away with too many 301s. What you can do is you can link less 301s and still get some good link juice if you link it to a category page. So if I've got on my blog, for example, if I do this on-page SEO post and I want to rank it, I'm probably going to have a category or even a subcategory on my blog that is about maybe SEO tutorials, for example. That's the one that I'm going to be linking to from the 301 redirect, so that link just will trickle down to every single post within that category or subcategory. If you want to use a subcategory, then you've got to remember that you cannot do too many of these 301 redirects. Okay, it just is going to send up a major red flag if you just keep doing it again and again and again. I would not want to do more than 5 per domain. So that would be 5 categories for me. And anything else would be PBN links. Okay, now I did start to build out a PBN network, and we kind of got sidetracked, and I never got to really take it much further. Oh no, the music started. Okay, that music is going to get really loud, guys. I think I'm going to have to end this very soon. Let's see if we get any questions. The SEO plugin I'm using is called SERPworks. SERPworks. Let me see if I can get the link for you. Should be serpworks.com. And the music is kicked off. Every day 9 o'clock we do this. Okay, there you go. I'm going to have to end this. That music is not going to stop for about 10 or 15 minutes, and it's going to get louder as well. All right? So anybody get any other questions before we carry on? Yeah, it is kind of better, because if we look at, let's see, let's go into, have a look at this one actually, his own. If I click on this, we can connect to Ahrefs account if you got one on Conquer, for example. This should be showing. Yeah, it's showing in here. Okay. You can see also for individual pages if you want to. Okay, so you can get from here the Majestic information, Moz information, SEMrush information, and you can also get Ahrefs if you connect an Ahrefs account, okay, with the API integration. And when we go in here, you can click on the little circle up here, and it will give you for individual pages a little bit more detail. It costs about $4.95 a month. It's actually very, very good. It's handy. So if you don't want to pay for a monthly service of Moz and Majestic and SEMrush, etc., then you can get some information. But SEMrush and Majestic, I mean, they've all got their own, great tools within their systems. If I was to pay for any of those kind of services, it would be definitely SEMrush and Ahrefs would be the two that I go for, because you can do so much work in there. They're good for different things, but you can do a huge amount of work with both of them. In fact, you could do just SEMrush and you would be fine, but I like Ahrefs too much. I would not be doing without it, to be honest. But if you want to take both of those, then, and you haven't got money for it, then have a look at Conquer.io. You can go and find the temporary access. But using SEMrush with a real account means you can go and create projects, and you can do so many great things in there. And someone actually posted a really good video the other day in the Skype group about how to do keyword research with SEMrush. And it's actually a very, very, very good video. And when I watched that video, it gave me an idea, because Gumpal had, when we first created Alpha Networks, for example, Gumpal didn't quite understand what we were trying to do with this. He didn't quite understand that we were creating a PBN system, okay? And what he thought we were doing was creating a mass page builder on Amazon S3, okay? And so he went and made this video, like making 1 million posts within 17 minutes. Now, when I saw the SEMrush video the other day, I was thinking, if we combine that with what Gumpal did with the Alpha Networks with just one site, then we've got something pretty powerful there that we can go and do some traffic campaigns with. And the traffic campaigns would be using something just like one landing page, but creating multiple versions of it with Alpha Networks. And we know that in 17 minutes we could have 1 million posts, okay? And that means you do not need to use Alpha Networks or every site within Alpha Networks as a PBN site. It's very, very capable of other things as well, because it is using Amazon S3. And you can do that mass posting from the desktop too, okay? So if you want to do it like for any piece of content, like a video, like a landing page or squeeze page, whatever, you can do it, okay? And it's very, very quick and easy. But we lost that video. Can't get hold of that video. I wanted just to check a couple of things on what he did there. All right. Any other questions? See if we've got anything else missing from here. Right, now the social signals. Guys, I apologize. I didn't get time yet to go and have a look at the social explosion new version, okay? I know that we've got Cora in there. I haven't used it yet. I'll need to get Gumpal to walk me through it. I missed him this morning. He had already gone to bed by the time I woke up. So I need to get a hold of him tonight. Once I get a hold of him, I can learn how to use it properly myself, because I did have a quick look at it, and I had a couple of questions. There was a couple of things that I needed to clarify before I go and start making videos and stuff on it, okay? But the social explosion now does have Cora. I know that he was doing something with Cora blogs, and I know he was doing something for upvoting questions or upvoting answers to specific questions, which is what we can use. The Cora idea actually came from Ryan Stewart, what he was doing. I just noticed it was Webris, Cora. Let's see if I can find it in here. Yeah, Webris, easily grow, thank 1,500 visitors from Cora. And this he put out quite a long time ago. And I wanted to automate that within the social explosion. So if you want to see how he did it, then just go and have a look over there. And basically all he's doing is just upvoting his own answers. But again, you need to have high quality content so that it will look real. Otherwise, you're going to get those accounts shut down. But the good thing is we have got an account creator for Cora. Okay. But for the other social stuff, there's two things we need to take care of. Okay. When we think about interactivity for any content, there's two things we need to take care of. you need to have real social shares, or have a mix of social shares and social reshares. So you might have something like, let's just see, if you've got a piece of content like I just showed you here, and let's see if he's got the numbers on there. It might give us some information about how many social shares he's got. Now, it's showing here he's got 20 Facebook shares and he's got 1 Pinterest. Okay, those are going to be actual shares from different users. When we're talking about reshares, it's when you put something like, for example, you tweet your new blog post on Twitter, then all the other accounts that you've got within the social explosion is going to come along and either retweet or like your tweet. Okay, so that's going to be like reshares. You need a combination of both of those. Okay, you really need a combination of both of those. Now, it just happens that I found a way that we can do this. Okay, so I need to talk to Gunpal tonight so that we can get that added in. That will need to work on a credit system. Okay, the only way that it can work is via a credit system for real social shares, but not the social reshares. Social reshares are done from your own accounts. The social shares we're manipulating by tapping into someone else's system. Okay, and that is going to cost us credits to be able to use that. So we need to put out that within a credit system, but we'll make it really easy and really cheap because it's not expensive, the one I found. But these are real social shares, and then you can have your social reshares as well, and you can use them anytime you like. Okay. Now, if you want to do this with a sort of high quality content, then you can use other websites. There's one called Viral Content Bee. Okay. And Viral Content Bee has got a lot of influencers in there. It's got a lot of really influential people, especially within the marketing niche. And you publish content and you put some credits into that particular piece of content for your campaign, should say. You put some credits in for the campaign for that piece of content, and you will start to see you getting social shares from that particular membership. Okay, it costs about $47 per month. And I have seen consistently traffic of 1,000 plus hits coming just from the short links that I used per campaign with that. And everything was automated. I just put in an RSS feed. Okay, and Viral Content Bee goes and creates a short link that I can later go and get the information from. I can get data from. I've seen consistently 1,000 hits, but that's within the internet marketing niche. Okay, I haven't tested it in any other niche, so it might be worth testing. It might be worth looking at other options. But because there's influential people there, when they are sharing my content, it's getting me on average 1,000 hits per blog post. If we convert that 1,000 people with things like maybe a free course that I'm just about to add into my website for the RankAttack SEO system. I'm going to do from start to finish, from niche research, keyword research, all the way to page 1, okay, with an AdSense keyword. Okay, that's what I want to do. When we start to give away stuff like that, or give away a free tool, or give away something that's of high value, you can imagine every single blog post that is bringing in 1,000 plus people, it's going to give you quite a high conversion rate if you've got something really good for them that you want to give them away. Plus, you've got things like your retargeting, you've got things like your push notifications, and it's really simple. It's all automated. And if you want to get a really good push notifications for free, use a company called Izuto. Okay, I'll put the link in here, izuto.com, because they will let you have up to 5,000, no, up to 2,500 subscribers for free. Okay, whereas Push Crew allows you 500. Izuto is better, and it's not that expensive if you want to upgrade to Pro as well. Okay, right. Any questions? Okay. If there is no questions, I think I'm just going to end this up now, because tomorrow, Andrew, is going to be 7 p.m. Monday night, which is 7 a.m. my time on Tuesday here. So yeah, we will have. I will send an email out about that, and within an hour or two. I need to just check a couple of things with you. I'm not quite sure about things that he might want to know right now, like pricing and stuff like that. I do know that he's going to give us a deal with some incentives, but I need a couple of hours to be able to go and find that information and get the email out. Okay. All right, Karen, thanks for doing this last minute. Are you talking about this webinar? Good job. I know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, that would be kind of hard to do. All right. So anyway, guys, like you can see, there's a lot of thought in here with this little system. Okay. The blog post explains it in ways that it's not bullet points. Okay. And I will do that course from start to finish. Okay. I don't know how quickly I can do it. I've got some other stuff. I've got about 26 videos done for Project 66 that is not in the member area, and it's confusing the hell out of me because the way that I've structured that course was supposed to be like, day one you do this, day two you do this. It doesn't fit in. The content I've done doesn't fit in because I've just been doing content in the background when I've been doing stuff for my business. And it's confused the hell out of me. I might have to go back and restart it so that I can fit it in. And, you know, still call it Project 66, but just have it like week 1, week 2, week 3, something like that, so that I can make sense of it. But there's some really, really good content, really high quality content there, but I just don't know where to fit it in. So likely I'm going to have to just go back to the beginning and just do it like week 1 to week 12 or something like that, and just hammer it out one more time, because I can't fit it into, day 4 should come before day 3. And if people try to follow that literally, which a lot of people do, unfortunately it's going to confuse the hell out of them. So I need to get that done first, and then I would do the course for the RankAttack SEO system from start to finish. That will be choosing a niche. That will be keyword research. That will be covering everything that we talked about today, including the on-page SEO stuff. And, taking it all the way through for high traffic keywords into page 1 so that we can go and get, make money or get conversions or whatever your goal is for that piece of content. We will do that as well. Okay. All right. Any other questions before we finish up? All right. Okay. No questions are coming through. Sorry, I was late with this. Sorry, I got it confused again. I got it mixed up. I need to remember to switch off GoToWebinar on one computer when I'm trying to update on another one, because of some reason it's not working like that. And it's happened quite often in the last few weeks. So my apologies. But at least we did something. People were not left without anything. And hopefully this has been helpful for you. I will put replay of this onto that exact blog post that I showed you, okay, which is this one here, okay. Oh no, it's not. It's another one. The first link I gave you here, which was RankAttack SEO. I'll put this replay in here in a few hours. Okay, I've just got to render that video. All right, so thanks, guys. I'll see you later. I'll be in the Skype group for another hour or 2 if you need anything.